world? It's your boy Maurice Ager, a.k.a. Mo Ager. And I'm a Michigan State Spartan dog. Spartan, stand up.
Ball knocked away by Ager for a breakaway slam dunk. Spins from the free throw line and fires.
From the top of the key.
You know, music and basketball, it goes so hand in hand. And I was blessed with the opportunity to be able to do both at a realistic state. You know, it's a lot of guys who play basketball who wants to do music, and they want to do music because they have the money, but they don't necessarily have the skill or the craft. So I developed a skill at an early age, not only with my production, but with writing, composing, and just having the ear. So I feel like even growing up, when we were kids, you know, that's all we did.
Oh, yeah. It's your boy DJ Momo. I need y'all to get on that dance floor.
I've had the opportunity to be in the studio with Dr. Dre. I've had the opportunity to be signed with Akon's 50-50 Convict. I had the opportunity to work with E40, Cypress Hill, Royce da 5'9". Coach Izzo, he started recruiting me my junior year. And, you know, later on, I got to know him as a coach, which is a high, intense, tough, mentally strong individual who prepared us not only for the professional life, but for life. He always told us that this world is a dog-eat-dog world, and every single day I'm learning that.
To Ager for a three. Got
it! He told me that I can do anything. He wanted me to be able to express my feelings to the world. I feel I can do anything that I put my mind to now.
Tell me when the beat drop, tell me when the beat drop, tell me when the beat drop.
I'm Mike Hohensee, and I'm a Minnesota Golden Gopher.
Here's Hohensee, the man of the hour, number 9 from Minnesota.
I always, as a kid, I wanted to play at the highest levels. I wanted to play college football. I wanted to play in the NFL. I wanted to be a pro. I wanted people to recognize me for my greatness, and not just my faults.
Here's Hohensee in the end zone. Touchdown.
I was a little cocky. So I went out there, I'm thinking, okay, you know, I throw the ball. You know, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust isn't what I'm about. I'm going to change the way people play football out here. I love coaching arena football because it gave me an opportunity. I think to become the man I am, it's just led me to meet so many dynamic people.
Nice. There you go. Great separation. Look at this.
I've always heard great things from the players who played in Des Moines, Iowa. They loved playing for the Barnstormers because of the fans and how they treated them. They were kind of the big fish in a small pond.
Have you played your best football? Is that other CD, DVD, or link, is that it? Is that the best you got for us? Is that what you're living on the rest of your life? Or you got something better? You're a pro now. Now. The future is yours. How you want to play the game, how you want to define yourself from this point on. I can't pull nothing out of you no more. You're pros. You got to show up tomorrow night, ready to play.
We have 26 guys in our roster, and 19 of those guys have been in arena football 1 year or less. You know, so they're still very young in their careers, and there's so much growth there still for them. And I'm just glad that our organization is being patient and understands that, and they see the potential in these guys like I do.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Good boy.
Yeah, I have a lot of great memories that actually led up to that game from 2005 against Kentucky. I remember being sharp. I remember really just running the lanes. I remember scoring. I just remember how much fun we had. It was a family effort, you know. I feel like to this day we can always go back and just remember that game and look at each other as brothers and how much fun we had.
It took 2 overtimes at Michigan State. Has now become the most unlikely of champions. It's an unlikely champ, and it's wearing green and white. And it's dancing right now, and it's going to dance all the way to St. Louis.
By the time we made it to the Final Four, you know, it was so surreal. You know, we was going against a tough North Carolina team. You know, they had 5 or 6 guys that was getting ready to go to the NBA draft. We played a tough game. We did the best we possibly could. Coaches did the best they could to prepare us. But, you know, they were the better team at the time, obviously because they won a national championship. But I'm still proud to be part of such a good game. You know, played really well, but it just wasn't enough.
I can't really say enough about the addition of Mike Hohensee. That's a name, certainly, and it is hardly a household word.
Fall of 1981 was the first season that I had with the Minnesota Gophers. I remember just working my tail off, knowing how close I was, and that's when the song Fame came out. It was the perfect song for me. And I remember singing it at the top of my lungs in my Chevy Nova, just hoping that I was going to get the opportunity I thought I deserved. We didn't have a lot of superstars. We didn't have a lot of flash. I might have been the Flash. I don't know. We had some marquee games that year that I think surprised a lot of people. And the one that everyone probably remembers in 1981 when we beat Ohio State.
Hohensee down the middle, and it is touchdown to Carroll. Oh, second touchdown of the game for Jay Carroll. Another one for Hohensee.
They talked about we hadn't beat them in 16 years. And to me, I wasn't part of that 16 years of losing. I was part of something that wanted to be better. I got a couple guys to see the same things I did.
All out blitz. Hohensee running. Hohensee fires. He's got a man down there. He is. A touchdown. Touchdown to Carroll. Minnesota leads. First time of the game.
And I'm thinking, if they come back, we'll beat them again. We'll come back and score too. And I just hadn't had that doubt because so many of these guys grew up in Minnesota and saw Minnesota get pounded and thinking they had some decent teams and not coming through for them. And, I just didn't have that package with me. And I think that's probably why I had success.
They roared back in the second half behind the strong right arm of Mike Hohensee.
It was a defining game in my college career, in my opinion, because nobody gave us a chance. And that's kind of how my life was up to that point. I've been told a lot of times by a lot of people that I wasn't good enough. So I kept having to prove myself, and that's all that was, another opportunity.
Back in 2010, I did the Blue Fight song for the football team, Forever I'm a Spartan. I teamed up with Crimson the Black, who's an awesome writer and rapper. Me and him got together and came up with the concept Forever I'm a Spartan. It's special because every time you go to a football game, you're going to hear my music. In a large stadium, you're going to hear it before the game, during the games, and after the games, and it's going to last forever.
Played in the brick house, which obviously had a lot of nostalgia to it, and also we come to this modern place, that just blew you away when you walked in. I think it held 60-something thousand people. And I just remember the look on everybody's eyes as we walked in. No one was really looking down at the field. Everyone was looking up, how high the ceiling was, how many seats there were. The season started off with 3 wins. We're ranked in the top 20, and people are talking. My name's actually being whispered as a Heisman candidate. I had thrown out some pretty good numbers for the first 3 games, and then we just started losing everybody, especially the offensive line. And then it just came to a point where I was running for my life and just trying to survive the season. Coming from Southern California, that's the first time I had a chance to visit the Midwest, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the people. They seemed very genuine, for a while I was wondering, is it because I'm the quarterback of Minnesota and we're having success? But they were just very genuine and welcoming.
My final season at Michigan State University, 2005-2006, was pretty cool.
In the wing, Maurice Agger drains it for a long 2, and we're tied.
We lost to Gonzaga. I had 36 points, and it was a really good game. That was 3 overtimes, and that was an instant classic. One of the commentators said on national TV that I was not athletic. And then I was like, how am I not athletic? Because he brought us some stats that proved that I wasn't an athlete. So you know what? Going into that game, I took it out on the game.
3.5 seconds to go. He rises and scores! Agger with a bomb at the buzzer! And we're heading for overtime!
The gym was warm. I used to love warm gyms growing up. Something about playing in a warm gym just got me going. your limbs is loose, your hops is there, your J-ball is there. Everything was good. And I just feel like the atmosphere was awesome.
Hager in grooms. He spins, fires, got it!
It was an up and down year. It was really tough for me in particularly just because I wanted to graduate. I wanted to make my mother proud and myself proud and Coach Izzo proud and graduate. To not make it back to the Final Four my senior year was really disappointing. But it's the NCAA tournament where things happen. You know, we ended up losing in the first round to a team that made it to the Final Four. George Mason was hot. It's cool because my junior year we lost to the champions, and my senior year we lost to the guys who ended up being the Cinderella team of 2006. I got a chance to graduate. I got a chance to grow. I got a chance to do some remarkable things my senior year. But ultimately, I feel like it was an underachieving year. But you know, you can't hang your head too long, and you just got to keep moving forward.
Nice angle. Good timing on this. I left Minnesota in 1983. I was drafted in the USFL by the Washington Federals, and then after a second year of playing in the USFL, I got an opportunity to play up in Canada for a couple years, and when that ended, I really thought my career was over, and then I got a call from Ray Yock, who was actually my coach for the Washington Federals. He goes, "How would you like to play some arena ball?" I said, "What is arena ball?" And that's where it all started, 1987. Just had a blast. I mean, we were going to throw the ball 95% of the time. I mean, what more do you want? It's almost like playing flag football with pads. I threw the first touchdown pass in Arena Football League history in 1987. I still get credit for that. Played with Pittsburgh for 2 years. I hurt my neck the second year, and so my playing career was over at that point, and I got into coaching. A couple of these plays, the right HO, we got that 52 max fake storm, SPC. You can also go 52 max post, okay, SPC as well. So you're not just doing the fake storm to get the post. We can give you time to get on top of that kid as well. I get up about 4:30 every morning, and I'm in bed probably by 9:30, 9:45 every night. And I fall asleep like that, and I got no problem waking up either. I mean, because I'm waking up doing what I said I always wanted to do.
When I was in middle school, I knew I was going to make it to the NBA. I knew it. Just like now, I know I'm going to win a Grammy one day. It's the same thing. It's a mindset. Once you have a mindset that you know you're going to do something, as long as God allows you to live, you can do it. So I feel like when I was a youngster, I didn't know nothing about anything, but I knew I was going to make it to the NBA. It's a lot different just because there's no one there to hold your hand. There's no one there to tell you to go to the gym in the summer. You have to do it on your own. So at that point, I had to really buckle down and learn how to just work on my own. And it wasn't the same family atmosphere, I hate to say it, because every man for himself. These guys 35, 36 years old in the NBA, they have families. You can't expect someone to take you under your wing. Some people will, but ultimately you have to learn on the fly. But I'm still blessed to be able to make it to the NBA because the NBA is something that you can never take away from me. It's something I accomplished.
After the first year of arena football is when the NFL went on strike in 1987. And one of the first places they went to get players was the Arena Football League. Never forget the first meeting, sitting there, and there's Mike Ditka addressing us. He said, "You know what? No one else breaking down those doors to get in here. You guys are the Chicago Bears right now, and I'm going to treat you just like I treat the other guys that are on the other side of that line." At that time, I knew I was in the right place, being coached by the right guy.
A little brighter color.
Yeah. Trying to get fly for the award show tonight, which I'm nominated for Independent Music Producer of the Year, which is an honor, a privilege, a blessing.
It helps to be slim, y'all.
Lean.
Now you're teasing me.
I just wanted something fresh and new, but something not too out of the norm. I don't want people looking at me too crazy, but I want them to be like, "Oh, that guy looks good," and something he pulled off.
Tie-wise, are you more of a straight tie, or did you want to try a bow tie?
You know what? I've been doing ties for years, but I think I want to try the bow tie this year. My last season was with the Minnesota Timberwolves, 2010 through 2011 season.
I want a chicken breast. We can go there to get a chicken breast.
I moved to LA, that summer, I started doing my music out here. I met my girlfriend. She helped me a lot. And just learning the ropes of LA. This is a different city. You have to have a certain amount of strength, mental strength, all of those things you need in order to make it. I hit the ground running, and I worked hard. I worked really hard, and the music actually worked out a lot faster than I thought it would. And it's gratifying.
Thanks for your support. Appreciate it.
I'm away from my family for 7 months during the Arena Football League, so I have tunnel vision. I do nothing for myself except when I go get something to eat. I really don't have a lot of recreational time. How hungry are you guys? You probably haven't eaten since...
Starving.
My family right now lives in Illinois because my daughter's out there, my 19-year-old daughter, Kayla, and my 13-year-old son, Michael's still going to school out there. My wife, Deb, as a hospice nurse out there, and she's tremendous at what she does. She's probably better at what she does than what I am or what I do.
You've kind of been my adopted family while you guys are in Chicago.
They're about 5 hours from Des Moines, and it makes it tough for them to get out here because of all the activities that are going on with my kids and school and my wife's job. I'd probably see them top 6 to 7 times in 7 months.
I think about you guys a lot while I'm out here.
You know, we always start off with I love you, and we always finish with I love you, even though everything in between isn't always the best. But I think, as a kid, I think the best thing that you can want is to know you're loved. But, there's ups and downs to everything. And I've survived a lot of the pitfalls. I think you have to survive as a coach during a long career. And I think it's actually molded me into a much stronger person, a much more understanding person, much more compassionate person, and I think a better leader, a better husband, a better father.
So tell me when the beat drop, tell me when the beat drop, tell me when the beat drop.
Clap, clap, clap.
I've been nominated for Independent Music Producer of the Year. I had a chance to put out an album, Motown. It's still in stores now or online, you can get it.
We up on the dance floor, we ain't coming down. We up on the dance floor, we ain't coming down.
I take a lot of pride in being able to be versatile with my production. I've done music from Volkswagen to BET to NBC to CBS, TV, film. The list goes on. Not only if I'm doing music for people, but I'm just doing music for corporations, and I think that's really important in being a wide-range musical composer. My music sounds like it's moving, it sounds like a movie, it makes you feel like something, you see something, whether it can be a pop song, you can vision it.
Tell me when the beat drops.
I take pride in making my music visually, especially when I'm writing. If I'm writing a song, I'm thinking about locations, I'm thinking about circumstances, I'm thinking about life, I'm thinking about how it can be a video. And then once you actually put it down that way, that's how it comes out. People can actually have a feeling. There's been plenty of times when somebody heard it. That sounds like a bank robbery scene, or that sounds like some type of scene. They always use my music as a scene that they see it for. So eventually I really want to score movies. That's another goal. So I'm just full of goals. I feel like a goal is a dream on a deadline. So that's why I just put so much sense of urgency on everything I'm doing.
Tell me when the beat drops. Cut.
Go, baby, here we go. Make your reads, make your throws, okay? We'll be fine.
I got an opportunity to be an assistant coach of the Chicago Bruisers in 1989.
Their defensive coach gets more film time than anybody. Keep him off the field. Hey, Soup, how'd he play you on that bench? Way inside?
I think I made $3,000 for the whole season. We had 2 coaches on staff, myself and the head coach. He coached the line, I called the offense, defense, and special teams.
Middle, 2, 5. Did they pinch? Did they go? Okay, good.
We always start off strong. And I think the last 2 years here, we started off 2-0. And because we come out of camp rolling, and I think we have good teachers here.
No, that's not what we want.
We haven't had a great deal of success yet, but I really think we've turned the organization around. We've brought a different type of player in, and I think there's a different type of optimism here that there's going to be success here again.
I met some beautiful people at Michigan State. I still have best friends from Michigan State. It's a great place. It's a family. Even now, just thinking about the alumni out here in Los Angeles that's from Michigan State, we you have the family, and it just goes on forever.
We up on the dance floor, we ain't coming down. Tell me when the beat drops, tell me when the beat drops.
I would love to be able to make a mark in this world as a brand in himself. You know, Maurice Ager, Mo Ager Productions. Taking Mo Ager Productions and making it a multimedia brand from not only music, but film, charities. You know, sky's the limit. Whatever you can think of, I want to make it one big package to where Mo Ager Productions is a one-stop shop. Whatever you need with anything, you can come to me. It's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. And years later, to be sitting here in my own studio and doing music full time is a blessing, a dream, and it's something I desired for a very long time. And I feel like something that you desire to do is true success. Perfect.
Short, 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 short. Turn around!
I've always thought, I was going to end up at the University of Minnesota, be a coach there. That just hasn't worked out. And I think, unfortunately, I may be tagged as the arena guy.
In with a slam.
It's 26 years I've been in it. I've been away from the outdoor game a long time, and it's going to take a pretty strong individual to have the courage to bring somebody like myself in.
Good job. Come on, baby. Keep your hand up. Let's go.
But I know how to motivate a team. I know how to evaluate talent. I know how to evaluate men, assistant coaches, looking forward to the opportunity one day to get back in the outdoor game, whether it be college or the NFL. And I think once I get there, I'll be there forever because, I love the game and it's what I want to do.
5 foot feet, man. Good game. Excellent job. Excellent job.
I've had the opportunity to coach so many dynamic players who have went on to be coaches in this league. I've had assistant coaches in this league. I've had 2 assistant coaches that are Hall of Fame head coaches now in arena football, and it's just been like a roller coaster ride, if you will. But it's always fun at the end, and I'm hoping this ain't the end. I hope it's just another one of those turns in the ride.
We had opportunities to get the football in our hands in every phase and didn't get it done at the end. We've got to take advantage of opportunities. That's what arena football is. We got one more week of work. Get our bodies as healthy as we possibly can because you got the best team in arena football coming in here. And I'm ready to fight them. I hope you are too.
If you don't know how to tie a bow tie, we put buttons on the back.
Right.
So that way you can just slide in and out of it.
I might use the buttons. I don't know how to bow tie or tie a bow. Tie a bow.
Billy Blanks?
Yeah.
Little tie bow.
Shout out to Billy Blanks.